a sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and June. What a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
Well, we're about to make a change. We've decided that we're going to move the boat to our old marina, which is on sort of the other end of the bay. We're going to store it there for the winter, and it's a smaller working marina. It's called Stillwater Basin, and we've had a great time at Crate Marine here, so we're just moving down the way, and my daughter Molly is here again to give me a hand, as is only fitting since I've given her a hand and managed to crash her boat at least once. So now she can do the same. But anyway, so it's a rather recent decision. It is near the end of October. We're going to be hauling out on the 31st of October, just after Halloween, and our plan is to be on the hard and continue the refit at another location. Well, it's been a really fabulous year this year. Yeah, we've had some adventures. Even though the season has been short, we've still managed to get out a little bit. It's unfortunate that we can't take you folks somewhere exotic, but I live in an exotic place. We're going to carry on with doing the interior work. I might get 2 or 3 more runs out in the boat yet before the season is over, but basically we're going to do a couple, 3 more runs in the boat and then put her to bed for the winter. So I hope you all can join in for that, and yeah, she's been great. We're just leaving Stillwater Basin, where we're now keeping our boat. It's been a couple of years since we've been back here.
This is the first marina we ever went to.
That's right, yeah. I think we spent 20 years here. This has been an unusually short summer. We worked so long on the boat this year. I mean,
and got held up because of COVID and the marina closing down.
And painting it 3 times might have held it up a little bit. So.
Did the marina close for about 3 weeks, was it?
Yeah, about a month. And I think it was the month of, it was the normal haul-in month, so I think it was the month of May.
I think so too.
We weren't allowed to come in the marina, and that's when we did all the bright work at home. And then in June we got started on the painting, and so we painted and sanded for all of June and all of July, and we finally got the last bit of paint on the waterline the last weekend of July. And August 1st we put it in the water. So yeah, it was
a very short season for us, but I think we did make the best of it. Actually, we did quite a few trips. We did 2 trips out or 3 trips out to Maine Dock.
We did 3 trips to Maine Dock. We did 2 trips to Brighton. We did 1 trip to Grassy.
That's right. With our we went out with our daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren.
Yeah,
for
all
a
local
weekend,
stuff,
which was really nice. Went out with some friends and met up with friends. So I mean, despite the very short season, we did make the best of it. Actually,
yeah. I've said before on film that this is the kind of sailing that most people do. They go out for a weekend, for an afternoon, and even just down the bay a little bit to their favorite little anchorage. And I mean, all of that is still very enjoyable and something that many of you who watch us, I'm sure, do, on a regular basis. So you don't necessarily have to go to the Bahamas or the Caribbean in order to enjoy being on a sailboat, is what I'm trying to say. There's lots of places to explore right in your own backyard. And, now with COVID, I think more and more of us are doing that,
Yeah, and well, we love sailing in the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
I love sailing in the Great Lakes. I mean, oh my gosh, we live in such a beautiful place to sail.
We sure do.
And I'm from the Georgian Bay area, and Chris's family's from up there too. That's the next place, the next lake we want to sail is Georgian Bay, Lake Huron.
Yeah.
And Superior does kind of sing out to me.
Yeah.
And we've done Lake Erie. That was a little...
I'd sail Erie again, I think there's a lot of places we could go. So winter's before us, so our plans are to do a little bit more refit work. We've got a few more manufacturers we're working with right now to get a few extras sorted on the boat. So that's going to keep us busy through the winter months on the hard at Stillwater. And then next spring we'll launch, and I guess it really depends at this stage what goes on with COVID as to what we do, eh?
Oh dear, yeah.
I mean, if we're stuck here, we can still travel around locally, but a lot of marinas aren't going to want you in. And
we generally don't go to marinas anyway. We like to anchor out, and we've got this great new Manson anchor, and we've used it in quite strong blows already, and it's served us well. And actually, I did not worry when I had it down, which was great.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Your sleeping pill?
Yeah, my sleeping pill for sure. When we first started sailing, I slept so lightly that I would hear the pulling of the rod on the chain, or the anchor snubber, or whatever we were using, and I would be up, and I'd stick my head out the hole in the V berth.
Well, you've forgotten all your sailing terminology already.
I have, yes.
The hole in the V berth, you meant a hatch, right?
I meant the hatch.
Yeah, okay.
And I checked my points of reference to make sure we weren't dragging.
Yeah.
So, I think too, as you become a more seasoned sailor too, you trust these things better. It makes your whole experience a little more enjoyable if you can trust your ground tacking.
Yeah. Well, we certainly can. So, anyway, that's where we're at.
we like to anchor out anyways. We have
like
a great anchor. We have a great
That's right.
Manus.
Yeah.
Mantis.
We better change that.
We don't need to go to marinas anyway. We really do like to anchor out. We have a great Mantis, and it's served
Okay,
us well.
let's do that again.
We don't generally go to marinas anyway. We like to anchor out.
Yeah.
We have a great Manus, and it's served us
Okay,
very
Manson,
well.
let's try that again.
Oh, damn. Okay, wait. Take 28. Okay. We generally don't go to marinas anyway. We like to anchor out, and we've got this great new Manson anchor, and we've used it in quite. Talk to me.